Hello YouTube and welcome back to Psychology Everyday, day 91. Today we're going to talk about some of the most important basics in behavioral psychology based on Skinner's operant conditioning and how different consequences enforce and reinforce various behaviors. So let's get right into it. I think everyone understands that rewarding good behavior is very good. So, applauding effort. When talking about good and bad behavior, we're talking about behavior that you would like to see more or less of. Now, I have written good and bad because, what you want to see and what you don't want to see is subjective. And we're not going to get into the whole objective and subjective morality debate, but that is why it says good and bad. So, if someone gives you a gift, you should wear it and you should show your appreciation of that gift. Rewarding bad behavior is something that a lot of us do without thinking about it, and it is very bad, of course. So a shit test in dating or a relationship is when someone does something to you that they are expecting you to punish. And I know that sounds weird, and if you haven't encountered it, you are probably think that that doesn't happen, but a lot of you also know that yes, that actually happens basically all the time. And what you need to do is set boundaries, and that person is sort of checking, maybe unconsciously, if you are a person with self-respect and the ability to set boundaries. So rewarding that sort of behavior is very bad. So it might be, a jealousy test. I can see you looking at that girl or whatever, and you weren't, and then you have to be like, no. And that's it. You can't be like, oh no, 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 and then reaffirm them too much and praise them for and coddle them. And the same is true, of course, with kids' temper tantrums, especially in stores. We have all seen some parent reward their kids' temper tantrum by giving them candy, and this is very bad because it spoils people. And it is also bad because you are doing a disservice to yourself, because you are sort of, well, it's the opposite of self-respect, obviously, when you treat someone well when they have treated you poorly. Likewise, punishing good behavior is also very bad. If you are a very easily annoyable person, or if you're tired when you get home from work and your kids want to tell you about something they find interesting, or their feelings or something that happens in school, and you sort of brush them off. Doesn't have to be that you tell them to shut up, but not listening, or being half and half, ignoring them. It's very bad because they will stop eventually, or maybe pretty quickly, if you tell them to shut up. And instead of wearing a gift and showing appreciation, you mock it, especially in front of other people. That is a catastrophic thing, because that is really how you create a villain, a school shooter, but also you show everyone else that don't be like that, don't be kind, don't be nice, don't be generous. Also, you show the world that you are an ungrateful person, and yeah, probably the worst one. Well, telling your kids to shut up is probably worse than that, but. And then finally, of course, punishing bad behavior is very good. And I feel like this is almost controversial in this day and age. A lot of people that I have talked to don't like this, but that is because they have just a incorrect view on how the world works, and they have some sort of victim they love victims of themselves, I guess. So, there's a lot of people who really love serial killers, and it's just mind-boggling to me. Punishing bad behavior is very good, because then you stand up for yourself, your values, and also you probably extinguish or at least diminish that bad behavior. So if you're getting bullied, the best way to proceed is to smack the bully in the mouth, and that might get your ass kicked that specific time, but it will really diminish future bullying, because bullies, I mean, go for the easy targets, and as bad as that is, they will choose someone else than the kid that smacked them in the mouth. Prison. There's problems with imprisonment, mainly that, it's some sort of prison culture that may or may not make people worse, but it is still a lot better than not prison. And in a lot of cases, it works really well. And for most people, especially those with morals and, some sort of functioning brain, prison is a great way to remove bad behavior. That is all for today. And, in the next video about behavioral psychology, we're going to talk about allowance and how that is actually rewarding bad behavior. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.